What's up, guys? Ben here. One Take Thoughts, day 24 of being nicotine and Zyn free. And today's been a bit of a drag, guys. I'll admit to you. I try to be positive with this video series, but today I just felt pretty tired. Brain fog has been kind of something that I felt the last today and yesterday. I didn't mention it in yesterday's video, but I did kind of feel a little bit of brain fog, and I thought maybe it was just whatever. But I feel like mentally, I'm not as focused. So that's been interesting. I can't always attribute everything to nicotine. I have to be wise and determine, okay, what is nicotine and what is just a normal day-to-day function. It's like we've got bodies. We need to figure out what different things are being caused by to some degree, and I can't attribute everything to nicotine withdrawal, especially that I'm this far in the game at 24 days. There's less and less things I can attribute to nicotine. But since I have tried to quit before and I have gotten to this point, I do realize that around this time I might start feeling a little bit of brain fog. And I'm kind of thinking that that's what this is I feel like mentally maybe I'm a little bit slower, a little bit off my game, and I think part of it's just that lack of nicotine. You know, when you look at the science of how nicotine works, it kind of works some chemical called acetylcholine or whatever. I don't know. It's like adrenaline, and it kind of gives you a flight or fight type of or a fight or flight type of response, like a mini one apparently. Um, which doesn't sound like the best thing to have in your life, but I guess that's what happens. And it makes you more focused and more alert. And I suppose that when you get off of that nicotine, that hormonal or that chemical reaction, I guess, it just doesn't work the way that it's supposed to. Or your natural chemical reaction doesn't work the way it's supposed to. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I do know one thing. Even if it's a mental thing, I do still feel like a little sluggish and a little foggy. So there's that. But enough about me. I wanted to just address some of the comments I've gotten on the last video and videos prior. I don't know where you are and who's watching this video, but whatever stage of nicotine addiction you are at, or maybe you're not on nicotine, maybe you're never planning on getting on nicotine. Well, first of all, don't get on nicotine. Um, but I just want to address those who are on nicotine or wanting to quit. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be in the vicious cycle of wanting to quit, but not wanting to go through all that and not wanting to experience all the negatives that come with quitting nicotine. And it's not fun. It's hard to decide to make that decision. And I've gotten comments in these videos, and people have been like, I want to quit. I respect your ability to quit, but I couldn't quit myself. And listen, I understand. I thought I couldn't quit, and I'm still quitting, so I'm still going through the process. And so if you quit with me, we're quitting together. There's nothing that makes me better than anyone. I'm the most addictive person you'll ever meet. So where am I going with all this? Well, I don't know. First of all, these are unscripted, and so I don't know where I'm going. But if I had to say something, what I would say to you is you can quit. You can quit nicotine. I was watching videos to like one or two every once in a while in the morning, 1 or 2 in the morning. I had work the next day, but I was just thinking about nicotine so much I'd watch these videos about quitting. And maybe that's where you're at. Maybe you're watching this video wanting to quit and you don't know what to do. Well, let me tell you, the process of quitting is a lot easier when you're not doing it as long. I only did it for 9 months. I was addicted before for like a year and a half, but that doesn't count as much, I don't consider, since there was such a gap. But the process is always easier the less amount you do. So if you've only done it for 5 years, it's going to be easier than someone who's done it for 10, and the 10 years is going to be easier than the 20 years, and so on. So it's always easier than somebody's process, and somebody who's spent a lot longer on nicotine has done it, and so you can too. Anybody can quit nicotine, and I think the science shows it's not as much of a physical addiction as it is a mental. And, you know, there's books that I can recommend you to read that might prove that case, but you have to mentally decide in your head that you want to be off nicotine. And I'll tell you, I'm happy to be off nicotine. I feel far more calm. I feel like stress has been a lot less so in my life. You know, I haven't been as depressed. There are those moments that feel like they're still amplified from doing nicotine for that amount of time, and now I feel like it's gotten worse. But I know that once the symptoms start to go away more and more, and I put some time between me and my addiction, I'm going to feel a whole lot better. So, all of that to say, hopefully some of that makes sense. It may not. I'm just battling the brain fog, I suppose. I'm fighting the brain fog. All that to be said, you can quit. If you decide in your mind that you want to quit, you can quit. And trust me, it's good out here. Okay, I didn't think that life would ever be enjoyable or happy or anything without nicotine, but I'm happy. Okay, trust me, guys. I'm happy. Okay, guys. I don't know if you bought any of that. Maybe, hopefully you did. But yeah, day 24 of being nicotine and Zyn free. And I will update you guys on the next time. I guess I feel like I want to update you. Oh, I'm going to edit that. There's no way I'm keeping this in. Anyways, guys, have a great one. Peace.